Hey there. So you're curious about why some people are making a move out of Utah, and you've actually been thinking about maybe making a move to Utah, but you keep hearing about why people are leaving. So today we're going to chat about why Utah people are leaving, some people are staying, and we're going to hop into it right now. Mariah Curley here. Welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel if this is your very first time here. I'm a licensed and active real estate agent here in Utah, and this channel is literally everything you need to know about eating, working, playing, sleeping, and living here in Utah. If that is of interest to you, consider subscribing down below and make sure you tap that bell for notifications so you're notified every week we drop a new video. We hear from people like you all the time that are looking to move, that are looking to relocate, buy or sell a property, even build a property here in Utah, and we absolutely love it. So if you're thinking about making a move in a week and a month, or even a year from now, feel free to give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, and my team and I would love to chat with you and see how we can help. Also, we do have a free Moving to Utah guide. If you would like a copy of that free guide, comment the word down below, guide, G-U-I-D-E, and we will send that over to you. So you've been on the fence and you're actually thinking about making a move to Utah, but now you're hearing people are making a move out of Utah. Like, what is going on? I've actually recently helped several families sell their home and relocate out of state. And I'm going to share with you some of the reasons that people are making a move. One of my clients decided recently, they were like, Mariah, I just cannot do another Utah winter. Like, I'm going to be perfectly honest. It just keeps snowing and snowing and snowing. And I want out of Utah because I don't want another long winter. Sometimes the winters here in Utah can be long and can be cold. And so for some people, they're like, I'm not going to be doing that anymore. I don't want to do that anymore. And so for some people, that winter typically starts. Like, when I say winter starts, I mean oftentimes the first snow. This year we had the first snow in October, and I remember thinking like, what? It still looks like fall. It's beautiful. But a lot of times we'll get a snow. Sometimes it'll snow in October, and then a lot of it will melt, and then it will start snowing more in November, obviously December, January, February, March, and then April. Usually we'll get a snow, it'll snow here and there and it'll melt. And then usually May, we might get like one more storm and then it melts. So sometimes for some people, they're like, that winter is just way too long. Is it snowing constantly that whole time? Absolutely not. Although it does depend where you live. The higher up, the higher elevation that you have, you're going to see more snow there. And there are some people that move here to Utah and they're like, I had no idea that the snowbanks were going to be that high or it snowed that much. So winter can be long for some. So this client that I helped, they actually relocated to Arizona. They're like, I just want more sun and I want hot, more often than not. Number two, people are relocating out of Utah to be closer to family. I recently helped a client that made a move from Utah all the way to the East Coast to simply be closer to the family. He's like, you know what? I'm, getting older. I'm looking at retirement and I want to be closer to my family. I liked Utah. It was good at that certain time, but now I'm making a move to be closer to family. Right? So that's another reason. Again, I helped another family that relocated, and their reason was taxes. Taxes, yes, they wanted to move out of state so that they didn't have property taxes, that they had a lower state income tax, that taxes were a big one for them. And they also, too, were retiring. And so they really wanted to cut back their expenses. They were living in a community that had homeowners association fees. They were going to be moving out of state and they didn't have homeowners association fees. So they were looking at taxes. They were looking at cutting back their, really their cost of living for them. And speaking of that, many people here in Utah that have purchased homes, anytime, within the last 5, 10, even 1, 2, 3 years have gained an enormous amount of equity in their homes. So I know a lot of people that are selling their home here, cashing out that equity, and they are moving to a state that has a lower cost of living. So those couple things, that long winter, being, wanting to be closer to family, and also the tax situation for some people is a big one. And let's talk a little bit more about taxes. Many people are actually moving here to Utah because of the tax situation. Some people are really impressed with the property taxes, which are 0.5% if it is your primary residence. Some people are, they love the state income tax here, and they're looking for a better tax rate. Here in Utah, we are a flat tax state, and for a long time it has been 4.65%. It just recently dipped down to 4.55%. So that flat tax for some is a game changer. For others, like I said, this couple that I was helping that relocated out of state, they were moving to a state that had even lower taxes than here in Utah. And, for the retirement, they were like, we want to cash out of here in Utah and take that equity that we made and buy a home for cash, and the cost of living is a lot less. So also, the next one, which I was just going to mention, is cost of living. Cost of living here in Utah has significantly gotten higher over the years. So for some people that are either on a fixed income or are looking to scale back, Utah may not be, the right fit for them. Next on the list is really just the growth that we've experienced here in Utah. I was recently chatting with a family and they said, you know what, we've been in Salt Lake for a long time, and we're actually moving out of Salt Lake, still in Utah, but out of Salt Lake, and they want more land. They want more, they want some more space. And so they're moving out of Salt Lake to be able to have more space. And some of the draw of moving here is a lot of times people feel like, oh, there's so much space and room and all of that people are moving here for that. But there's also people that even want more space, more land. They want to raise animals or have horses or, all of that. And some people are moving away from that. I also recently helped a couple that said, I just can't be away from the beach anymore. Utah is great. I love the outdoors. I love all these things, but I want to be closer to the ocean. So all of these different reasons, some of these might be, you might think, okay, I don't mind a long winter. Okay, the tax rate is better here than it is where I'm coming from. Okay, you know what? I have family here, or I don't have family here, but that's not a draw one way or another. So just really evaluating your situation will give you a good idea whether, yep, Utah is still a really good fit for me. I think I'm going to move here, or you know what? I think I'm ready to pack up and move out of Utah. I've had families that have watched some of my videos that have said, you know what, Mariah, it's time for us to relocate. And so they reach out and have me help them sell their homes. If that is you and you are looking at relocating for any of those reasons, or maybe something else, my team and I help people like you all the time, and we absolutely love it. So feel free to give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, and it would be great to connect with you. And if you are looking at relocating here, buying, selling, building a property here, feel free to also reach out. And if you do want a copy of our free Moving to Utah guide, comment down below the word guide, Guide, and we will make sure to send that over to you. Wishing you a fantastic rest of your day and week, and we'll be chatting with you soon. Take care and have a great one. Bye.